G'day guys and gal, there's really not much in the galaxy that can clap a Primark beyond another Primark. They are obscenely powerful, durable and intelligent. Well, I guess not that intelligent considering half of them sold their souls to hell accidentally for pretty poor reasons, but the point remains. They can kill you without effort and you cannot even scratch them with maximum effort. But are they actually these demigod powerhouse Sigma based gigachads, or do they just have a shitload of plot armor? After all, pretty much every Primark has been a flick of a dick away from death multiple times. That is the question we will answer today. Before we get started, it's no secret that I'm not much of a mobile gamer. I think at this point I've turned down about $500,000 in Raid Shadow Legends sponsorships, not to mention the dozens of other mobile games I've said no to. In fact, I only ever play 2 games on my phone. The first is Tacticus, and the second is Bloodline Heroes of Lithis, who have once again partnered up with me for this video. Why do I choose Bloodline over the rest? Well, it appeals to the male gamer fantasy, i.e. my fantasy, allowing me to breed with my heroes to create powerful hybrids. Better than that, it allows I, the player, to directly have intercourse with my own heroes in order to create powerful heirs. What other game does that? This isn't just some gimmicky shagging simulator though, although that's already enough to lock me in. There are over 1,000 potential hybrids, and Bloodline features high-octane combat gameplay using the very heroes you breed. So to give Bloodline Heroes of Lithis a shot for free, then use my link below or scan the QR code on screen, which will gift you 1 summoning crystal, 100k gold and 100 diamonds, all up worth about $20 total. Cheers to Bloodline Heroes of Lithis for sponsoring this video. Today we'll discuss just how powerful a Primarch is really, discussing their strength, durability, speed, as well as their powers. We'll also discuss why Primarchs have so much plot armor, and no, the answer just isn't because of the writers. There is literally an in-law reason for their seemingly unkillable status. Let's get into it. We first need to establish a Primarch baseline for us to compare. Obviously, Vulcan's durability is off its fucking nut, since his special Primarch power is pretty much total invulnerability, and Magnus is also disqualified since he's a fucking wizard, so they won't be included in the averages. We'll also be looking at non-demon Primarch power, although the demon Primarchs are a similar level to base Primarchs anyway. The Primarchs also weren't designed to have a power ranking. It's not like the Emperor came extra hard in Sanguinius' tube compared to Lorgar's. However, some are more clearly suited better to battle than others. For example, Guilliman and Lorgar aren't the best combatants, and would get annihilated by Sanguinius, the Lion, or Corvus. However, all the Primarchs are within the same realm of strength, speed, and durability, other than fucking Vulcan. It's not like Sanguinius is 5 times faster than Guilliman or Angron is 3 times stronger than Conrad, so me making general statements about the power of Primarchs will still apply to most of them. First up is strength. Their raw ability to bench, squat, and deadlift. Primarchs are strong as fuck. Their power to weight ratio makes dung beetles look like fucking jellyfish. The best examples of Primarch strength we have is Angron holding up a Warhound Titan's foot, preventing it from crushing Lorgar. This is a great reference as Angron isn't the strongest Primarch and his muscles and bones were snapping and cracking from the effort, hence he was pushed to his absolute extreme of effort. A Warhound Titan weighs about 420 tons, hehe. Now he wasn't holding up the entire Titan, but the Titan was actively trying to squish him. I fucking hate physics, but I'm pretty sure that unless you jump, you cannot exert more force than you weigh. You can get close, but not exceed. I don't know if that translates to fucking sci-fi mechanical titans, but let's say it does, because I can't be fuck learning physics for 1 point. Hence, Angron was able to temporarily hold up 400 tons at maximum effort. In fairness, he just dug himself out of the ground and was pretty exhausted. So let's say fresh and under better circumstances, a Primarch could probably handle an absolute maximum 500 tons, making them 1,000 times stronger than the strongest human in existence. Once again though, a deadlift versus holding something up, I don't really know which one is harder since I've never had to hold up a Titan, but I would say that they are comparable for this example. That is fucking strong as shit. Other demonstrations of Primarch strength, including Sanguinius cutting off a Warlord Titan's head, Sanguinius picking up the most powerful Greater Demon of Khorne and snapping it over his knee, and Vulcan hitting the ground hard enough to cause earthquakes. If you ever wondered why Primarchs seem to be able to smash and carve their way through anything as literal one-man armies, now you know. Primarchs are stupidly fast, like a fucking joke how quick they are. I'm talking Superman speed. Primarchs move and fight so quickly that even elite Space Marines and named Eldar characters who are known for their speed cannot keep up. When Guilliman was charging a force of Wordbearers and the Galvovac elite, he was coming at them so quickly that they, Astartes, froze in fear. They had time to raise their guns and prepare for battle, but they didn't, because it was so fucked up how fast this massive angry blue man was coming at them. In close quarters, it's even worse. On multiple occasions, a Primarch has been able to cross an entire room and bitch slap a Space Marine within a blink of an eye. That Space Marine always been taken by surprise, as one moment they were arguing with the Primarch and the next moment they were flat on their back. Primarch reflexes are obscene, literally faster than light. A Blood Angel once picked up Sanguinius' Spear of Telesto, which imbued him with a small fraction of his Primarch's power. That small fraction allowed him to see las bolts floating through the air as if time had stopped. And that was just a fraction of Sanguinius. I shit you not, when Primarchs fight, it's more akin to Dragon Ball Z than anything else. How about Primarch durability? After all, there's not much point being big and strong and fast if a lucky headshot or missile puts you in an early grave. It's not like the Primarchs are small targets after all. Primarchs are stupidly durable, but all in their own way. Vulcan literally cannot die, even when he gets atomized, so let's not include him. Fulgrim's healing factor is also well beyond the other Primarchs, being able to reglow lost limbs extremely rapidly and even surviving getting shot in the head with a high caliber Astartes sniper rifle. This doesn't particularly reflect all Primarchs, although they are not far off. A Primarch's healing and regeneration factor is extremely fast. I'm talking instantaneous almost. When Guilliman and Magnus fought, Magnus set him ablaze with warp fire and threw a building on him, crushing a few of his bones and puncturing his armor. Guilliman's flesh quickly healed from the warp fire and his bones rapidly defractured. When Fulgrim's sons melted his foot off during a game of some hardcore BDSM, they noted that it was already beginning to heal and reform as soon as they removed the flamethrower from it. A few Primarchs have even tanked shots from Titans. In fairness, they often use some kind of psychic shield, but still a mad effort. To kill a Primarch, you have to kill the shit out of them. Ferris's head was cut off by Fulgrim wielding a demon sword. Conrad Curse had his head removed by a Catan phase blade, a blade that literally cuts through anything. Alfarius got hectically Mortal Kombat fatality'd by Rogel Dawn. We don't know exactly what killed Sanguinius, but I doubt it was just getting crushed in Horus's Power Claw. The dude literally tanked Demon Angron's sword in his chest a few hours beforehand. The Demon Primarch's durability goes beyond this. Angron got completely atomized by a barrage of 1,000,000 heavy guns, before then quickly reforming. Fulgrim got point blank hit with a planet-destroying virus bomb, yet was able to reform without being banished. To banish a Demon Primarch, you can't just nuke them, you gotta do some hectic voodoo, like hitting them with a magic axe or getting a squad of Grey Knights to dab on them. In saying that, although they have now been given actual plot armor, why do the Demon Primarchs die all the time? Are they weaker than their loyalist counterparts? Less lucky? I don't believe so, and it ties into my favourite headcanon regarding the Primarchs and why they are seemingly able to bend destiny and fate to their will, why they have this plot armor. We all know the Emperor had to make a deal with the devil to make the Primarchs, but it's not clear what that deal was or looked like. All we know is that the Emperor entered the warp, did some shit, and then came out more powerful and with the ability to make the Primarchs. My theory and headcanon is that he went into the warp to claim 20 minor warp gods that he could then combine with his own DNA and genius biomancy to create the Primarchs. This is why they are so diverse and volatile. If the Emperor had full control over the Primarchs, he would have made 20 Guillimans. It's also why when a Primarch dies, there is a massive explosion of light and a psychic shockwave, as if the minor warp god has been released back into the Immaterium. It also explains why Primarch clones are so weak and unimpactful compared to their original counterparts. They have the body of a Primarch, but they lack the soul of a warp god. Only the perfect Fulgrim clone had the soul, as I believe that when a Primarch ascends to become a demon prince, their warp god soul is removed and replaced with chaos energy. Thus, becoming a demon Primarch is more like a side grade rather than an upgrade. With Fulgrim's warp god soul put back into the Immaterium, it could have seen the Fulgrim clone as a worthy vessel and jumped into it, thus making it a true Primarch. This also explains why demon Primarchs lose their plot armor and sense of destiny. They are just now a powerful demon, no longer a god wrapped in flesh. It's because of their god status that the Primarchs are able to plot armor their way out of anything. Their very presence and existence puts pressure on the strands of fate, guiding them onwards to their destiny and preventing pesky shit like a rogue titan or nuke killing them out of the blue. How very based of the Emperor to use gods in order to dispel the idea of gods. That's fucking awesome. Further evidence of this theory includes the existence of the angel gods on Baal that are tied directly to the Blood Angels, as well as Malkador stating that given time, they could bring Ferris back to life, most likely by creating him a new body and then coaxing his warp god soul back into it. So on top of their earth-shaking strength, blindingly fast speed, near invulnerable durability, and fate-altering souls, what about their unique Primarch powers? Well, I've already made a video covering what each Primarch's unique power is, so no need to list them off again, but a Primarch's unique ability takes them another step further. Jagged Eye's storm speed and infinite endurance makes him the ultimate hunter. Magnus's Psycho powers gives him the most potential out of all of his brothers. Sanguinius's flight and foresight makes him the greatest warrior in existence, whilst Vulcan's invulnerability keeps him alive despite suffering what should have been 1,000 deaths. Some Primarch powers are subtle, like Guilliman's extreme analytical and logistical ability, an ability that allows him to micromanage the entire Imperium at once, or Lorgar's charisma, which resulted in the galaxy tearing itself a new asshole, but all Primarch powers are effective and can change the course of the galaxy. Long story short, Primarchs are retardedly powerful, belonging more in an anime rather than the grim darkness of the 42nd millennium. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, then Patreon is the place to be, where there's not only a boatload of Battle Mace 40 million hentai, but also a clunge load of live action nude photos. Hit the subscribe button and hit the real subscribe button for more powerful content. Join the Discord for more memes and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.